Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video record I'm going to introduce you about the course Advanced Research Meter 2 course overview video. So welcome to the course Advanced Research Meter 2. I am Dr. Warkana Shetu. I have a bachelor degree in economics and a master's and PhD degree in development policy focusing on finance and microeconomic policy. I've been teaching this course Advanced Research Meter 2 for several years. The module Advanced Research Method 2 is a continuation of Advanced Research Method 1. The aim of the module is to provide learners with the knowledge and the skills they need to conduct a data analysis. Therefore, this module provides students with some conceptual backgrounds and practical steps and technique related to the analysis of quantitative data obtained from secondary sources such as survey, database, and or data obtained through their own survey or case studies. This module will enable learners to apply appropriate research methods in order to summarize and present quantitative data, to compute the measure of central tendency and dispersion, to conduct a test of hypothesis concerning mean, association, variance, and proportion. Furthermore, the module introduces participants with the concept and the method of linear and logistic regression analysis. Upon successful completion of the module, the student will be able to do the following. This is learning outcome of this module. At the end of this module, I believe that you will do the following activities, or you will get the following knowledge, skill, and know-how, as well as attitude. The first one is define descriptive statistics and understand its role in data analysis. This is what I expect at the end of these courses. Conduct hypothesis tests concerning means, association, variance, and proportion using SPSS. This is also the next, the second learning outcome that I expect that you will learn at the end of these courses. And mainly we'll deal about this thing in chapter 2. The third learning objective is, or learning outcome is, analyze data and perform hypothesis tests using a simple linear regression model. We will deal about simple linear regression model in detail and how we derive it, how we get beta values, or the way we estimate the beta value, or those things in chapter 3. And then at the end of this course, or specifically at the end of that module, that chapter, I believe that you can analyze data and perform hypothesis test using a simple linear regression model. Running multiple linear regression and make inference using SPSS is the fourth learning outcome from these courses. The fifth learning outcome from this course is apply logit or probit model to analyze qualitative dependent variables. So at the end of these courses, I expect that you will know these 5 learning outcomes. Now let's see chapter of this course in detail. Chapter 1 talk about descriptive statistics. In this chapter we will talk about the method of presenting and summarizing statistical data. Specifically, data generally, like we have 2 types of data, right? Qualitative data and quantitative data, so that we will see how we can summarize and present both qualitative data and quantitative data. The other subtopic that we'll deal under chapter 1 is measure of central tendency and dispersion. I hope you know what the measure of central tendency is, or the measure of dispersion, the measure of relative locations. We'll deal about those things in chapter 1. The third learning subsection under chapter 1 is type of distributions. We have different type of distribution, right? Like normal distributions, skewed distributions, right skewed distribution, left skewed distributions, and those things. So we'll deal about that things in these subtopics. Application using SPSS. Lastly, we will apply each and every concept that we have seen in these courses using SPSS. Therefore, we have a practical application session that we will practically do what we have seen in the theoretical parts. Chapter 2 is about test of hypothesis concerning means, association, variance, and proportions. So in this chapter, mainly we are going to see two things: parametric test or parametric statistics and the non-parametric statistics. So we will deal in detail the difference between parametric statistics and non-parametric statistics. What type of statistics I can compute for parametric tests, what type of statistics is eligible to be computed under non-parametric test of hypothesis testings. So we need to differentiate what is parametric testing, what is non-parametric testing, which statistics is appropriate under each of them. Test of hypothesis concerning means, test of hypothesis concerning associations, test of hypothesis concerning variances, test of hypothesis concerning proportions are some of the things that we will see under parametric tests. Then application using SPSS. All the theoretical things that we see or will see will be and will practice practically using SPSS software as well. From non-parametric test of hypothesis, we will see sign tests. This is one of statistical technique or statistical analysis that we can use under non-parametric test of hypothesis. The Wilcoxon man-Whitney rank sum tests, Wilcoxon signed rank tests, Kruskal-Wallis tests, rank correlations, run test of randomness, and then application using SPSS are some of the topics that we will see under this subtopic, non-parametric test of hypothesis testing. Then in chapter 3, we will see simple linear regression model and inferences. What is simple linear regression models? Estimation of regression coefficient and hypothesis testing using simple linear regression models. Results interpretation are the things that we are going to see in chapter 3. Then application using SPSS. All the theoretical things that we are going to see in this course will be practiced in the computer lab using SPSS. Therefore, there is SPSS in practice sessions. In chapter 5, we are going to see multiple linear regression model and inferences. And then we'll see multiple linear regression model, the concept of multiple linear regression model, what makes multiple linear regression model different from simple linear regression model. And then assumption of multiple linear regression model, assumption of linear regression model in generally. Then estimation of regression coefficient and hypothesis testing, result interpretation, and application using SPSS. For each theoretical things or the concept that we will see, there are a lot of application using SPSS. Therefore, there is no theory only here, practice is theirs. So we are going to see things practically in the computer lab or on your laptop using SPSS and even using sample data. We have also sample data that we will get from SPSS itself. Chapter 5 is regression analysis with qualitative informations. In this chapter, we will see describing qualitative information as independent variables, qualitative information as dependent variables. We'll see these things, how we make interpretation if the qualitative information is dependent variable, how we make regression or how we make analysis if the outcome variable or the dependent variable is qualitative information or qualitative in nature, categorical in nature, what type of model is appropriate, how we make interpretation are the things that we are going to see in this chapter. Logit and the probit model and their interpretations, multinomial logit and the probit model and their interpretations, and application using SPSS. All things will be practiced or applied using SPSS. Learning and teaching methods. We will follow social constructivism theory in practice. Student-centered learning and teaching methods will be applied. Active engagement from students is required, and the continuous assessment will be implemented. Teaching and learning media. We are going to use mainly we will use face-to-face classes, but also we have online classes and hybrid. So this course will be delivered under hybrid modality where some content, specifically chapter 1, will be delivered online, but the other chapters will be done in face-to-face sessions. And even from chapter 1, the practical part will be done in face-to-face sessions. So we are going to follow hybrid modalities. As a reading material, we'll have a PowerPoint, we'll have some databases, books, textbooks, journals, articles, internet or email, internet related sources, And readers, we have also readers. So this is some of the learning and teaching media. Assessment will be based on continuous evaluation, which include individual assessment 20%, lab tests. We have 2 lab tests, each weigh 10 points, group assignments 20 points, and the final exams 40 points. Then total will be 100. We have different sources. This course is really rich in resources. I have many textbooks, including Gujaratis or other, econometrics books, and I have also many, SPSS application or practice books. And so I will share you those soft copy books, and I will also upload them in in our learning management system. Therefore, we don't have any problem with resources. We are full of resources. We are rich in resources. So what is expected from you is like you need to stay a little bit in library, right? Since I'm a library director, I need to see you in library. Don't worry. So you need to take time and read. That is the point. Thank you very much. This is all about the course introduction for our course, Advanced Research Meter 2. Have a nice time. Thank you for watching this video.